What was the most haunting memory from your childhood? I was 7 when my older brother Jake dared me to hide in the abandoned Hartwell house at the end of our street. Every kid knew it was off limits, but Jake said I was too chicken to spend 5 minutes inside alone. The front door was already cracked open from years of vandalism. I slipped through, heart pounding, into this dusty living room with sheets covering all the furniture like ghosts. I was planning to count to 300 and run back out to prove I wasn't scared. That's when I heard the music box playing upstairs. This tiny, tinkling melody that made my skin crawl. I should have left immediately. Instead, I crept up those creaky wooden stairs, following the sound. The music was coming from a bedroom at the end of the hall. The door was slightly open. I pushed it wider and saw her, a little girl about my age, sitting cross-legged on the floor next to this old music box. She had long, dark hair, covering her face, wearing a faded yellow dress. She looked up at me and smiled. "Do you want to play with me? I've been waiting so long for someone to come." Her voice sounded normal, but something felt terribly wrong. The room was freezing cold despite the summer heat, and her eyes, they looked so sad and empty. "What's your name?" I whispered. "Sarah," she said, winding up the music box again. "I live here. Do you live here too?" I shook my head, backing toward the door. "I should go home now. Please don't leave me." "Alone again?" Sarah said, reaching out her hand. "Everyone always leaves me alone." I turned and ran, sprinted down those stairs, through the living room, and didn't stop until I reached my front yard where Jake was waiting. "You didn't even last 2 minutes," he laughed. "What happened in there?" I told him about Sarah. He called me a liar, said I made it up to cover for being scared. The next day, I asked my mom about the Hartwell house. She got this strange look on her face and sat me down. "A little girl named Sarah Hartwell died in that house 30 years ago," she said quietly. "Carbon monoxide poisoning. The whole family died in their sleep. I never went near that house again. But sometimes, walking home from school, I'd see a small figure in the upstairs window, just standing there, watching the street below. The house was demolished when I was 12. They built a playground where it used to stand. But I still dream about Sarah sometimes. Still hear that music box playing in the distance, and her voice asking me not to leave her alone.